Today we are in St. Maarten. We decided to take an excursion on a catamaran.
So come along with us because it was a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Marshall.
And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. And what was that?
I hit the subscribe button.
Okay. We booked the excursion through Royal Caribbean, and they told us to meet at a certain time in the theater.
That's a very typical approach, and we're used to it. So we were led out by a number of people out into the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Maarten.
It was a pretty day. It was a good day to be on the water. They did something quite unique.
We just aren't catamaran people. Yeah. This is only our second time. So when they asked us to take our shoes off, we were like, say what? But I think they just were protecting the ship.
It made a lot of sense, actually.
Yes. And we found a place in the front. And again, we're not catamaran people, so honestly, we were talking, are we in the front or the back? But we figured it was the front, and it worked out great.
The only other time we've done a catamaran was in St. Thomas. So we were really looking forward to this, and the water was gorgeous. Look at the water.
Like every sailing song played in my head while we were out there.
Now you've got a nose in my head.
Right, I know. So it was windy, but that didn't really affect us, and we were kind of starting off going downwind. So it wasn't even that wavy for that first part of the trip. And stop number one was actually, as you can see, snorkeling.
Yeah, so they pulled us into this little cove, so it was a little more protective, and Marshall jumped in.
We've snorkeled a few times, and once I got out to the group that had already started swimming, the guides were wonderful. They found the best spots. They went down to kind of stir up the fish, and there were hundreds of fish around us. So it was really a spectacular place to go snorkeling.
I stayed on board because of a foot issue, and so Captain Don was handing out the rum punch for those of us who stayed on board.
Not a bad life there either. Clearly I said, maybe I should go back. Check out how clear that water is. You can see my flippers.
Yeah, so gorgeous. Now on to the next stop. We were there snorkeling for about 45 minutes at that spot, and then we took a little cruise around, and then we'll show you where they brought us to next.
This was nice. The time that we went catamaraning in the other location in St. Thomas, it was one stop at Honeymoon Beach. Beautiful, but this was kind of nice to have multiple places to go.
Mm-hmm. I would do either one of those trips again.
True. I mean, I know this is a cruise, but it feels so different. So being out on the water at this level, it was wonderful. Just fascinating watching the catamaran slice through the water.
I will say the staff on board, I think there were 4 or 5 guys. They were so nice, so helpful. They answered any questions that we had. They told us stories. Like, they were amazing.
And they always came to us and asked if we needed anything. I think they felt more comfortable walking around the ship. So it made it easier to us trying to get to the back or the middle or things like that. They were very attentive.
Yeah. So they brought us over to this little beach. So they were setting anchor here.
Doesn't matter the size of the ship. I think you and I are fascinated watching the dock hands anchor, tie the ships up. It's very fascinating to watch. Hand gestures.
And then there was a set of stairs that went down into the water. So I thought I'd go take a little jump in.
You got a little wet. I mean, the water was cold. It's January, even the Caribbean.
It was cold, folks.
Which is why I chose a more direct way to immerse myself than the torture of step by step. It actually was really nice for me. It felt very comfortable right away. And quite a number of people also joined me on the beach or taking a dip. It really was enjoyable. My inner child came out. Gotta play in the sand and leave you a message.
That was sweet.
Oh, it was our anniversary.
That's true.
Our anniversary cruise, not specifically that day.
You wrote, I heart you.
Means love.
I know.
I love you.
I'm aware.
Okay. So now we're going into the wind.
Aren't we, though?
This was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was glad that we weren't over to the right where this other couple was sitting to the right, and the wave literally came up on them. I think twice it happened. I was cold though after being in the water.
Well, I don't mind being your windshield if you're holding on to me like that.
Yeah, that was quite the wavy run.
And even the video does not do the waves justice.
Yeah, it was a lot. But you can see now we're getting into more shallow water. It's lighter colored. It's so gorgeous.
And our ship is getting slightly larger as we get closer. Here we go, up and down we go.
It's almost like being there again.
I know, I loved it. I loved the whole day. It really was a special day.
Yeah, highly recommended. If you're thinking, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Yeah, you should.
Definitely, and it's a very easy walk to get to the pier that has the catamaran.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
We hope this video was helpful to help you make a decision if you are thinking about doing this excursion.
Yeah, I think we give it 2 thumbs up. So go book it and look for other excursions from this trip coming shortly.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.